Hi! Well, thanks for letting me help you with your free money research. I've been doing this for, guys, I don't know, 30, 40 years now. So I really think I'm the best in the country to do this, but that's a biased opinion, so don't trust me. Okay, let's go over this report. I mean, I got a couple hundred sources here for you. So it's nothing you're going to be able to do, like in the next 20 minutes. Let alone the video. So that's what I did. Put an introduction video here that will tell you all the things that are in this report, all the sources, how they're organized, and so you could use them more efficiently right away, or as you go through your life, or your day's activity, or whatever it is. Okay, here's the table of contents. What's in here? Okay, the instructional video. This is me that explains the whole process to you and what's in here. Then I go to the local programs. This is city and county programs that are available only where you live. Then I show you about in your area how to get free local help on anything you want. I mean, it's amazing the stuff that's out there, and I show you how to get that system. Plus 25 programs that are just to help you pay your bills and expenses that are at your state government. Then I have 25 videos that explain each one of these programs. They're only a short video, so don't worry about being, explaining an hour on each. Now, a couple of minutes so you understand, you're interested in one of these things. Then I have the things you don't know about paying for colleges. I mean, this is the little sources of programs you probably forgot, because the people at your college, I mean, God bless them, they try to get you scholarships and stuff like that. But there's more than that out there and more opportunities. So that's what I try to do, is show you the options. And then how to cut your student debt. That's really big. Everybody's got student debt where you have it. You probably know friends have. So pay attention to that section too. And then also, besides your student debt, there's government programs for freelancers, businesses, and nonprofits. So this is another way for you to earn income while you're in school or whatever, as a freelancer. So instead of getting a normal kind of job. Then I show you about crowdfunding. Why this is the most exciting idea of getting free money than anything we've had, I think, in the last 50 years in this country. And then also how students have used crowdfunding too. Okay, now then I tell you about the shared economy, that has banks where you can get money cheaper, better, faster. I mean, no matter what your background is and things like that. Banks aren't giving money only to people who don't need money. So these are things that are set up and to give it at lower interest rates even than banks. So that's interesting. And then a place this is part of the gig economy where there's no boss. How if you have a smartphone, you could have start making money in a couple hours, and do it only when you want to. And then I show you about Uncle Sam is the biggest big economy, and that's through contracts, big, small, whatever, right on your kitchen table. And then at the end I show you, if you need free research help and you don't want to pay a huckster like me who sells you to do research, there's people who do it for free, and I would try them first, for added things, and I explain those to you. Okay, let's get through this thing. Okay, the introduction video. Now here are the city and county programs. Every city and county is different what they have, so I scoured the cities and counties where you live to see what's there. And look at, there's down payment money, $10,000 at your county level, to help you buy a house, and for down payment money and closing costs. Now here's first-time home buyer assistance programs that are there. So if you're looking for a house, there's then rental assistance. So even if you're not buying a house, you need money to help rent. So they have programs there. Or reduce price for composting. Right? I don't even know what that was. But my gardener's son taught me all about that. You get crowdsourcing bins. Then there's rental assistance program. I told you about that. Or here, $6,500 in rebates for making your home energy efficient, loans to make your home energy and water efficient, rebates and tax refunds for your business to be energy efficient. Well, here, grants for homeowners and renters, even renters, to repair and weatherize your home. So you won't be paying as much utility bills for something like that. See, this is all at the city and county level. Well, here's another one, extra income for first-time home buyers. And it's a finagle kind of thing they use through the tax system, to do that. Or here's $1,500, a grant to fix up your home. That's a local program. That's like, gosh, it's amazing. Or here, zero cost advertising and training for small businesses, nonprofits, and freelancers. So this is an office you can go to locally, any kind of problem. Like somebody wants you to do some work or something, you're worried about the legality of it, or you're worried about the financial problems of it, or you're worried about paying taxes on it, or you want to marketing, you want to start a business in your home, any of this kind of thing. All of this is for free. And those services are free. It's zero cost. And I show you where they are, how to use them. Plus there's money, microloans, and consulting for small businesses at the local level. And this is really to encourage local local jobs in the area. And that's why there's if a local government gets you to start a business, man, they create a job. And then the community's going to grow. So that's why they want you to do this. And there's a lot of help and money, for do that. Now here's another interesting thing too about local governments. Man, if you have a small business or whatever, and somebody writes you a bad check, the government will go and collect for you. So no more bad checks and bad check writers, right? They'll do it. So this is a government attorney going out and beat on this person to make sure they you get your money. Or how about healthcare? Discounts and charity for health care. Now, even though you have Obamacare or you have a private insurance plan, you may not be covered for certain things. These are alternatives. See, there's options there that you could use to do this. Okay, then health clinics. This is a database of health clinics in your area. Also dental clinics too. So any kind of health care. These are like sliding scale or no fees or whatever. So they're non-traditional sources of health. So that's why if you look in Yellow Pages or go to the AMA or something, look for doctors, they're going to charge you first, top dollar for all this stuff. These are people get grants, so they don't have to charge top dollars. And then this is an interesting thing that a lot of people don't know. There's hospitals that have to treat you for free if you can't pay the bill. There's about 150 around in this country. So that's something to know about. See, if you get in trouble, later on or something, you have to go to a hospital. You want to go to one of these because you may not be able to afford to pay the bill. And this way, they have to give it to you for free. Because the biggest cause for people going out of into bankruptcy is because of health care. And that's why Obamacare started and everything. It didn't solve all the problems, obviously, but there's still other programs to help you with that. So I teach you about that. Now, also, there's local banks where they give you grants for saving. That's right. You put in money in their savings account, and they put in extra money. Now, there's requirements or whatever, so you have to figure out about that. There's about 29 banks like that in California. Go down the list, see what's good for you. In other words, if you save $1, they'll put in an extra $5 or something like that. Wow. I mean, that's like winning the lottery or whatever. You go to Vegas and bet $1 and you get $5 back. But this is not gambling. It's a sure thing. So that's why it's one of the best deals. Now, here's something that people don't realize. The 211. Boy, and you have it there in your area. All you have to do, anything you need, financial assistance, you have a broken pipe, you have a health problem, a legal problem, a money problem, whatever. You just go to this and see, this is a database of nonprofit organizations and government programs that are there to solve it. And see, you'll never find this stuff on Google. Because Google is for people who want to advertise and get money from you. So that's right. All the people in this database don't have advertising money, so you're not going to find them in Google. So that's why you go here and you could just call them on the phone. You call 211 on the phone and ask, hey, I have this problem. I got to go to drug rehab and I can't pay for it or whatever the heck it is. Now here I went and searched the one for your area there, and I put in financial assistance. Look at that. 411 nonprofit organizations that help with financial assistance. Now, maybe you want to get a job, a better job, or something. So I put in training. 171 programs, around that give you training. Free, most likely, or next to nothing. I mean, you go to a college or or for-profit university, you spend thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for that. Okay, now here's some meat of the stuff. The top 25 grants and free services, in California. And this is everything here. How to get free phones, free cell phone bills, free health care, missing deposits, free prescription drugs. That's right. People don't realize if you have trouble paying for prescription drugs or they're not covered by your health care, there's a program for something like that. Or free and cheap care for seniors. You're taking care of grandma or whatever. Even in another state, you call them up and say, hey, how can I get help for grandma down in Florida, whatever it is. And then actually here's a program, seniors get an extra extra $1,000 a month, $1,500. Pay your rent or mortgage, utility bills. How to get free care by the best doctors in the world. And here's an extra $5,871 from the IRS for your family. People, there's tens of thousands of people, millions actually, of people who are not applying for that. Weatherize your home, $6,500. Paying your heating and cooling bill. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk here. Free child support enforcement. Yeah, you got a deadbeat mom or dad or whatever. These are the people track them down and take their paycheck even to make you pay. Or there's unclaimed child support money. You realize that? Almost $1 billion it's getting to. Sitting there that families haven't taken advantage of or claimed. How seniors go to college for free, down payment money, all this kind of stuff. And then I have 25 videos that explain each one of these programs there, okay? So you go through, one of those programs interests you, and then we explain them a little more. Now, what you don't know about paying for college, right? That's right. So I have some programs there that are just in the local area. See, your state government has programs, that are available that you should be aware of and to take advantage of. And that's the most thing that people miss is their state government programs for scholarships and things like that. So make sure you contact there. Actually, in our state, we have like $17 million that wasn't claimed like recently. It was $17 million. A lot of people go to school for that. And that's why a lot of people don't even go and ask for money. I have a scholarship fund at one of the community colleges in my area. And I was talking to them about, they didn't even give it all away this year. I said, go out, Shanghai people. Man, it doesn't do me any good, but sitting in your bank, and it's for people that get the money. So that's why people ask. That's what you have to do. And here's an interesting thing: how you could get Harvard on your resume. So you didn't get accepted at Harvard, you could still have it on your credentials. Yes, I was accepted and took courses in computers or in political science at Harvard University. So I went to University of Maryland and Harvard and all these colleges I went to. And that's it, because it's online. For $100, you get a certificate and everything to complete the course, and all kind of college level courses you could take right there, but no SATs. That's right, nothing. You just sign up, pay the money to do it. Okay, and here's another thing about how to not to pay application fees. Man, they're like $20, $30, or whatever it is to pay for an application fee. You pay a couple $100 there, and then that's how to put college on your resume. Free college tuition at Starbucks. That's right. So you want a job, work at Starbucks, and you get free college tuition at University in Arizona. So all your college tuition is paid for. Man, who would have thought that? And here's even something more important. Free 4-year degree by an accredited college, university. I interviewed this person. Wonderful person. It's a great school. It gives degrees in computer science. It gives degrees in business and also in healthcare careers. They even help you with jobs right after you finish. Free. Why pay $50,000? And one thing, don't go to for-profit universities. They're just making you borrow money from the government so they could use it. 90% of their money, comes from government, and they spend like 80-90% on marketing, and not educating. It's the worst deal in higher education this country has to offer. The best is this guy or the community college. Okay, get a degree for $1,000 a year, the best universities in the world. Now, this is something that people don't realize. You could go to Europe. And like most of all their courses in the college now are in English, because they want that to be the universal language for higher education. See, and even though you're not a member of the European Union, you've just paid double. So instead of like some of these universities, the best universities in the world, instead of $500 a semester, you're paying $1,000 a semester. Big deal. You're paying $20,000, $30,000 here. You could pay $1,000 and have the whole degree in English. Now, wouldn't it be nice to go to school in Hamburg or Paris or or Spain or something like that? Right. And that even gives you more cachet. Then I have another one just about how to do that for a master's program. Man, why do we pay so much money and get in so much debt? So many people going to college now are coming out, and I just saw data recently, 40% of the people that graduate from college looking for jobs are getting jobs that are less than $25,000 a year. And they're getting an average of $40,000 in debt and have a job of only $25,000 or less. That means a lot of people are making less. So that's crazy, I think. Okay, anyone can get free internet money for education. This is a crowdfunding source for paying for education. I'll tell you about crowdfunding a little more. Secret to getting a $50,000 discount on your college tuition. This is how to be an in-state person. And somebody's figured out how to do that for every state. Okay, here's how to get money to train, $7,000 to train yourself, or all your employees, or even just pay your last year of college. There's video there of the government official who does that. Let's see. I just want to make sure I got something, everything. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Bureaucrats need your help to give away grant government queries. That's that $17 million I was talking about. Let me check something. I'll be right back. Okay, get a four-year college degree for only $10,000 from a major university. I told you about that. Arizona State. Okay, 5 reasons not to go to a for-profit university. This is very important. I mean, for-profit universities are really ripping us off, because they're getting all this money from the government. They're making you get the debt so they can get the money, and they're giving degrees that are less than they're less than optimal pay, and they pay very little on the education experience and everything on marketing to make sure they get your money. Arizona State has a wonderful online course for only like $12,999 a year. And that's for everything. And that's a hell of a lot. Okay, how to cut your student loan debt. I give you step-by-step information here. You could pay as little as $5 a month on your student loans, no matter what it is. And if you don't pay it off in the next 10, 20 years, they forgive the rest. That's right. So it's depend on your income. So see how you apply. You can take advantage of those things. And also a plus loan. There's a nice video at the end that tells you about that. Here's something else too. And your student loans can be forgiven now if you can prove the college lied to you. A lot of people are doing that. So watch that video and see, because so many colleges, even for-profit or not-for-profit, are doing things like that. Promising you the world, and you better go to college or you're going to die and everything like that, and be a pauper for the rest of your life. And they have all these statistics that turn out to be wrong. And here's a new program that 4 million people now don't have to pay for student loans. So find out if you're one of those too. Now here's another thing: government programs for freelancers, businesses, and nonprofits. Okay, so this is, again, we talked about a little bit earlier about how you can make money as a freelancer. This is a new way to make jobs. As a freelancer. So here's government programs. Like $8,000 to learn a new skill. Maybe you want to learn, become a massage therapist or something. You could $8,000 to do that. Or you want to learn computers or something, or coding or something like that. So there's money to do that, or free money to live on while you start your business. People don't realize that there's programs that you could use your unemployment insurance as living money while you start your business. Or here's another one. Here's an office that will show you free legal help, free tax counting help, free marketing help, free public affairs help, free technology help. Any problem you have in being a freelancer, they'll solve for you for free. And I have a video here that tells you how to do that. Now here's the top 15 programs for anybody starting a business in California. And it's all the programs that are your State Department, or your not the State Department of in Washington, but your state government department that helps small businesses. I have a listing of the major programs here, who to contact, how much money they give, how to get the money. I mean, they have microloan programs. They have even, actually, the government has programs, they have $5,000 to help you sell goods and services overseas. So that's why you're looking for a client or a customer, in Europe. Now, $5,000 can plane ride to go over there and do that. Or here, they have people that come to your organization and evaluate how to double your income. These are free consultants. They'll spend a half a day evaluating your business. Man, you go on Google or something looking for this, you're going to charge you tens of thousands of dollars. Money to train your employees. Free consultants. Talk about that. Okay, crowdfunding. Now, this is something for no matter what you're doing in life, tell you the truth. Crowdfunding is the hottest thing in America, I think. It's a way to get money you don't have to pay back. Actually, and it's growing exponentially every year. Now they're actually giving more money to artists through crowdfunding than they are the National Endowment of the Arts. And businesses are that way. It's growing. It's like $34 billion already. And the neat thing about it, it's free. It has no income requirements. There's no credit check. You keep the money forever. There's no complicated forms. It's very fast. In 30, 60 days, you get it. There's no fat cat gatekeepers. A guy with a big cigar. Yeah, you got a good idea, my son. But I think you got a lousy idea. No, you go out there and have the crowds tell you it's good or not. You have a better guarantee of success. And it's the only place that you could ask for $1 figure, and they give you a lot more because it's the crowds out there. And what's interesting about this, women are more successful at it than men, because if you're going out to get money for a business and you go to venture capital people or something like that, man, it's all guys. 75% of venture capital people are men, and so 95, not 75, are men, and so 95% of the money goes to men. In crowdfunding, half are women donors, half are women investors. So that's why women are getting more money than men in every category. So that's why it's democratizing the whole setup of getting this. Plus, it guarantees success because people are paying for what you have before you do it. You say, hey, I have a good idea to start a business. I want to do X, Y, and Z. What do you think? Give me $100 so you're the first customer. So 1,000 people give you $100 because you're first customer. Now you have money to start your business. When you finish it, you give it to them for free. Wow, nothing. It's like going into Macy's and getting a sweater for next Christmas and paying them now and getting it next Christmas. That will never happen, but it does on the internet. So I have samples of people who've done that all there, where they start $150 and get $60,000 and and then I have a place where all the how people in college use this. Crowdfunding for students. I mean, people who had to drop out of college because they were making too much money in their crowdfunding business in their dorm room. All this, how college people so they're creating a job while in college, getting money from this in college, then have something to support themselves in a career as soon as they graduate, and it costs nothing to do. That's why you got to be aware of this and take advantage of it. Okay, where are we now? Okay, all the college people. And then now here, the shared economy banks are cheaper and easier than the real banks, okay? That's right. So loans, these are peer-to-peer lending loans. People that go on websites, hey, I think you are a good idea, I should invest in you or help you pay off your student loans. And instead of you paying 12%, 15%, you only pay 6% or 7%. And the person giving the money at 3%. So that's a lot better than them getting 1% in the bank. So everybody wins. And business loans are like that. Even at 0% interest you could get. Or you need no interest at all. And they give you loans because you have good customers. You could have terrible credit rating, no financial statements, but as long as you have interesting customers. And even Starbucks has given money for small business, and they do it through community banks. Community banks are banks for people that the normal banks say no. You go to there. So that's why you should know about all these community banks and other kinds of non-traditional money sources for this. Now here's one of the neatest things too is non-traditional jobs through the gig economy. Okay, now the gig economy is where you get jobs, on what's called platforms. These are places where you make money, like Uber. You ever hear Uber and hear of Airbnb? Well, these are businesses that are growing exponentially. Airbnb or Uber now is worth more than FedEx, and they've only been around 5 years. They're making more than FedEx. And what's neat about Uber, they have no employees. They only have about 2,000 employees, but they have like 1 million people making money out of it. So if you have a car and extra time, you just go on your smartphone and say, yeah, I'll drive today, or drive now for an hour. I'm just going to drive for an hour. So there's no boss. Getting part-time jobs before was you had to be there every day at certain hours. You have flexible schedule. You have exams this week. You don't have to make excuses, that your grandmother died or whatever. And that's how the living like this is. And there's hundreds of sites like that. And I have a place there where you could go and learn about each of these. There's something called peers.org, and they evaluate a lot of these. So you just want part-time jobs, or you want to deliver meals for people, or you want to be a coach for somebody or whatever. Just on demand, as they call it. And you can make a couple $100 a week, a couple $1,000 a month, or whatever. Or you have extra storage space you want to rent out to somebody's luggage. I mean, just think of all the storage bins there are, and they can store it in your basement that you're not using, your extra basement, and collect a couple $100. Your car's not being used. You do that on demand and make an extra couple $100 a month. See, there's so many ways to do that. Freelancing, everything that's available. Now, here's other income opportunities. I mean, because that one that peers, they don't have everything, because there's thousands of these things. I mean, I'll show you videos here of how to make extra money having people over for dinner, or how to get, if you like repairing cars, how to make money just repairing cars on demand. You got some tools, you go over and fix it, or you want your own car repaired at 40% discount. That's right. Or if you have a property with some extra land on it, how to let people use it and make an extra $3,000 a month, doing that. Or you have a phone, people, you could make, a couple $100 a month, just because you have a phone with a camera, because people want things photographed all over. Hey, I want a copy of that car I'm going to buy out in New Jersey, and they go on the app, and will you go and make $50 to take a copy of that? Sure, what the hell? Yeah. So that's the kind of platform. See, it's putting all these things together that people haven't done that before. And now you could do it too. And that's what all the extra programs out here, how to do it. Real estate, you could be a real estate investor and not have any money. Or how to get free Wi-Fi as long as you share your own Wi-Fi. Or how to make like $30,000 a year, just because you like pets and you have room for an extra dog or two in your apartment or house or whatever. Man, that's real money. And really fun. Or how to start a store for 20 cents in the biggest mall in the country. Or your bicycle you don't use. You can make $300-400, letting people use your bicycle when you don't use it. I mean, it's amazing what's available like that. Or there's certain things you like doing in town or whatever, that like taking people to the ball game. We get money to do that nowadays on these platforms, because people come from out of town, they want somebody to do that, and it's just amazing. Also, now, the gig economy, to me, one of the biggest opportunities is from the federal government. The government gives out more contracts, than grants or loans or anything else. And the smart people learn how to do that. And so you could get a freelance contract doing, editing work, doing IT work, doing all kinds of work right on your kitchen table. But you got to know how to get them. It takes some experience to do it, but it doesn't take money. It just takes some time and the experts. And I show you where the experts are. I have videos of these people help you for free, because they get grants to help you get government contracts as a freelancer, as a part-time, as a small business, or whatever. And they help you for free. And there's even grant money to help you get a grant. Crazy, I know, but that's the way the government works. And here at the end, I have 3 places that will do free research for you, when all else fails. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, no matter how many sources I give you, it can't be everything. And even if this solves some problems for you, you're still going to have problems in the future. And if this doesn't do it, there are places that will help you do the research. And that's what I have. It's 211.org. I explain that up higher in the outfit. That's a place you could turn to, call that number, whatever. Hey, I need help with this kind of problem. Your local public library, I give you the link to them. You could go online, ask questions, call them up, appear in person. The reference librarians, they're really good people. They know local communities and what sources are available. And your elected official. This is the biggest thing I think people don't realize, they can use. And I have a video there on how to use them, how to find them, and I give you the name and contact. Because, see, they're going to get paid by your votes. They're the only people in the system that has a motive to help you for free. They know how to use the system, and if they, with a phone call from that to that agency in your behalf, get you what you want, you'll vote for that son of a gun no matter what they do. So if you get stuck, come back to us. We'll do some free research. But now you're inundated, man. I know you got a lot of work to do, but I hope you got more than work, just an education on what's possible out there. And if something doesn't work, every contact you make from what you have in this report, and if it doesn't work out, you ask them, where else do you suggest? Because they're sometimes the best people to get advice for. So never leave empty-handed. Ask for where else do you suggest? Take care.